plot twist it is.
When you give a speech, and I'm presuming you're here because some of you want to give speeches. Ken doesn't. He's given enough speeches. He's disgusted about speeches. But the rest of you probably want to give a speech. When you give a speech, there's a challenge in figuring out what to talk about, but also there's a challenge in just getting up there and talking. And sometimes you have that internal struggle where you're just trying to get yourself up, psyched up to do it. Joey and I have been talking about that. How do you get up there and you do it? And you work at it. And you work at it so hard in your head, and you think, I could do this, or I could do that, or maybe I can try something else, or maybe this other thing works. This whole kind of dialogue going on in your head. You finally work yourself up enough and you give the speech. And in Toastmasters, you get feedback after that. And I remember the first time I gave a speech, it was like I was trying to work things out. I thought, okay, I'm working at it, I'm going to try this, I'm going to do that, and do these different things, and get it all in. And I gave it, and finally got up and gave the speech, and it wasn't perfect. They didn't love it. They didn't fall down and say, oh, Tim, that was so wonderful, please make to us again. Not that I expected that, but it would have been nice. But there was that sense of, all right, I did the speech. I'm done with it. I worked so hard at just getting that thing out. I can't stand anymore. Let me do something else. You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay? Because in Toastmasters, you have, if you're following the book, we don't really follow the book here, but there's a book in Toastmasters, and you've got 10 different projects, and each project you're like, okay, I worked my butt off to do that thing, and I'm going to do something new. And so I came back to Toastmasters, I did something new. And I came back and I did it, and I worked myself, I did it, and thought everything through. And then people started giving their feedback on it. And said, okay, you know, you could improve on this, and you could improve on that. And I started to realize, wait a minute. All this feedback they're giving me, it sounds like this feedback they gave me in my previous speech. They're saying the same stuff. They're giving me feedback and stuff that I already should have overcome, should have worked on. I'm giving a new speech. I know exactly what they said. So I said, okay, this time I'm going to get it straight, all right? The things what they're talking about, I understand it, got it, worked at it, etc. Got a new topic, new subject, I'm done with that one, over with it, I've worked it to them, we're going to talk about it. Can't do it off my head so much. Went on to a new one, went up there, finally gave the speech, and the same thing happened. They kept on saying the same things were wrong as are wrong before. And I came up there and I kept giving new speeches. Yeah, 10 projects, each project's a new speech, new speech, new speech, new speech, new speech. Each time it was the same problems over and over again. John never has it happen, so it doesn't bother him. But for everybody else, if you ever had that sort of situation, yeah, I couldn't figure what's going wrong. So I finally talked to my mentor, Rocky, who everybody knows. Rocky, of course.
Not Bob.
Not Bob, no, Rocky. Sort of like Bob, but a little bit taller. Black hair, not so high. Rocky Romero, a kind of a Hispanic type of background, basically. Anyway, I was talking to Rocky. He said, Rocky, I'm getting up there and I'm giving my speech, and I keep giving new speeches, and I'm not getting the same thing through. What's the matter with me? He says, Tim, there's nothing the matter with you. There's something the matter with what you're doing. I said, Rocky, what are you talking about? He says, well, Tim, each time you give a new speech, right? And each time you get the same problems over and over again. I said, yeah, so? So, well, the problem is, Tim, that each time you give a new speech, you're repeating the same mistakes. Because that's the thing. When you give a new speech, you're so involved creating that new speech, you don't have time really to focus on what went wrong with the previous speech. You're too busy focusing on creating new stuff. So instead of working on your problems, you're just creating the same problems. Because when you actually get up there in front of people, you just do the same thing you've been practicing over and over again, and you make the same mistakes. Roger knows what I'm talking about. And that was just a mind blow for me. So I thought the whole thing was you give one speech, you give a new speech, you give a new speech, and a new speech. And Roger said, no, Tim, speaking is re-speaking. Think about that. Speaking is re-speaking. So many people get up there, and I used to think this too. You think I gave the speech, I'm done with it, that's it. I never want to see it again, never want to hear it again, never want to talk about it again. It's done. But it's not. It's not done because it's not perfect. It's not in shape. And the reason it's not in shape is because you haven't worked at it. The real reason you give a speech up there is to give a chance to get that speech out, just to do the wrong things. And get it out and do the wrong things in front of everybody. And then you think, okay, that way didn't work. Let me do it again a different way, a better way. A way that's going to connect people, a way that people get, a way that people will be interested in and pull people in. And to see what works there, get feedback. Okay, that worked, that didn't work. And each time you do it, you get more feedback on it. But by giving the same speech over and over and over again, you become a better speaker. Now you're going to annoy people like Ken. But Ken's annoyed all the time anyway, so it's no big deal.
All the time.
He just hates life. So. But for the rest of it, if you're up there and you're really trying to become a better speaker, that's the way to do it. Speaking is re-speaking. Give that speech over and over again, and each time you get a little better at it. Each time you learn a little bit different skill. Each time the speech becomes more ingrained. Each time you say it, it'll be easier to get up there and give it. And once you get that newfound confidence and newfound awareness, then you start going up there and you present, not hoping that everything's going to be perfect the first time, because it isn't. You just hope that you're going to get feedback. It's going to help you get better the next time, and the next time, and the next time. Because speaking isn't something just one and done. It's something you do over and over again to improve yourself. Gradually. A little bit. Step by step, exactly as Ron just talking about. So when you're going out there, and you wonder, well, what am I going to talk about? Or I've done it so many times, why should I do it again? Just remember, speaking is to re-speak.